Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you along as I start to decorate the inside of my house for Halloween. I am not into that really scary, that gory type of Halloween. I like a more spooky, cute Halloween side. So that's how you will see me decorate my home. This is just a quick glimpse at the items that I will be using to decorate with. I purchased everything in previous years and everything is actually from the dollar store. I did not purchase anything new this year, mainly because my stores really didn't have anything out. So I don't know what your stores are like, but this is all stuff I have on hand. And I just made a couple of things myself to complement what I already have. But if you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here and I hope that you enjoy this video. Take a look around my channel if you get a chance. And if you like what you see, please think about subscribing and joining my growing YouTube family here. I would love to have you join me each week. So now I'm going to begin decorating and I will be checking in with you every so often. So I hope that you enjoy this video. So I have attached this twine to my backsplash with just some command hooks, and I use it as a little mini garland that I can use each season and decorate it according to the holiday. So I decided not to do a heck of a lot to my kitchen table this year. It is just my husband and I at home right now. And there just wasn't any need to go all out this year. So I just decided to use this table runner, this black lace one from the dollar store over my orange one that I used in the fall. But last year I did participate in a tablescape for Halloween open invite, and I will leave a link to that video below so you can see how I decorated my dining room last year, because that was a lot of fun. So I made these pumpkins a few years ago, and what I decided to do this year is just paint one of these sides with black chalk paint, and that way I can put on any message I want on the front. So this time I went with trick or treat, but you could put whatever kind of message you want on it, and I am so happy that I decided to paint one side with this chalkboard paint. And this gorgeous printable was designed by another friend of mine here on YouTube, Lisa Birmingham. I'm going to leave a link to her channel below and you can go get this free printable she designed. It's so gorgeous. So I printed it off and I just love the way it looks in this dollar store frame. So here's another quick DIY I did this year. I made this Hey There pumpkin sign a couple of years ago. So I just flipped it over and painted on the October 31st with a little spider web in the corner. And now I have a cute little Halloween sign. Now this is so fun, and I love the effect that this has. I took these purple lights, little mini lights that I got at the dollar store, and I put them in this witch's cauldron, again from the dollar store, and then I added over top this green spider web to make it look like the cauldron was oozing out some sort of secret potion, and I love the way this looked. So what I did here was just wrap around some pieces of black garland with some green berries. They have black leaves. I just wrapped it around these pumpkins, and I'm going to add some sparkly spiders to it because I don't want creepy spiders. I just want cute spiders. And I used parts of that garland in my floral centerpiece on my dining room table as well. I love this gold lantern that I got from Pier 1 on a clearance sale a couple of years ago, but it is really, really narrow and it's really hard to fit things in. I love this little black owl, but he just won't fit in there. So I just decided to leave what was in there, the pine cones and some sparkly stuff on the bottom, and just add in some black and white pumpkins. So this grandfather clock is an antique that my husband inherited from his father, and it will be passed down to my son when the time comes, because it was made by my husband's great-grandfather, so it is a real treasured heirloom. But it, of course, needed a little touch of something spooky. Now here's another little DIY project that I had just made the night before. I just took some old pieces of scrapped wood I had in the house, painted them white, put some black eyes and a mouth on them, and suddenly I have some cute little ghosts. So my fireplace mantle was giving me a little bit of trouble. I wasn't loving everything. I kept fussing with it, but again, that's what I do, and I'm sure you guys do it too. And I bet by the time this video goes up, it'll have changed a little bit anyways. But that's okay. That's I love to do that. And sometimes you got to step away and get a fresh perspective on it before it works out. So here's another DIY I made the same night that I made my little ghosts, and again it was with scrap wood. I just took 2 pieces of wood and glued them together with wood glue, painted it white, and then painted on the word boo in black on it. And I love the way this turned out. But I didn't plan it, but I seem to have a ghost theme going on in this room. It was not planned because I actually didn't know what I wanted to do in here. So it all seems to be working out for the best. And this is what I mean by a ghost theme, because I forgot I had this little ghost garland that I purchased from the dollar store. So I just attached it to my TV stand, and it just seems to go with the theme of the room this year. Was not planned, but I am really liking the way it looked. It was so cute. So for the tray on my coffee table in my living room, I didn't do too much. I basically kept everything in there. I did take out some florals that were in there for fall, and I'm just fussing with the pumpkins, adding in a few extra white ones, and then I'll add in some sparkly, cute spiders. And now I'm going to give you a quick tour of the house and show you how it all turned out. I just added this little pumpkin bucket in the front hall, and my spooky sign that I made. Oh my gosh, I think I made this like 6 or 7 years ago. And this is just in the hallway when you first walk in the door. I usually put it on my front door, but I'm really liking it here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything outside this year because it looks like Halloween is canceled in our city this year. And now as you head into the dining room, you can see on my little sideboard here my sign that I made, and then my witch's cauldron up above. So once again, I just added some creepy, cute, sparkly little spiders to the web, and this, I love the way this looks. And at night when I have it on, it really, really looks cool with the purple lights and the green spider web. It really does look kind of cool. Now here's that lantern, and I love the eek word that I added. I just attached it with fishing line, so it looks like it's just hanging there in midair. And I think that's such a cool effect. I was so pleased with the way it looked. And then this is just the rest of that buffet in my dining room with my pumpkins and my creepy garland and spiders again. It just all looks so cool. And no room would be complete without some bats flying around. So I just took these bats that I made last year just out of some Bristol board and attached them to the wall. Now this planter box is another DIY that I made a couple of years ago, and what I love about this is I keep the base fairly neutral, and then for each season I change out some of the key flowers, and this year I added in some picks from the dollar store and some of that leftover black garland, and this pick in the middle that has the eyeballs and the purpley sparkly spiders is so creepy, and I added in some black sparkly pumpkins as well, but I love the effect that this gives. Now on to the kitchen, and just a quick another look at the garland that I attach on my backsplash. This is at my coffee station, and I attach some spiders in some spots, and I have another of one of those happy Halloween signs, and then another bat floating in my wine rack. Don't mind the Christmas soap. I had run out of soap for the kitchen, and I had an extra Christmas one, so I just put that out. Now this little towel ladder I made a number of years ago as well, but I recently painted it white and then distressed it along the edges to give it a more rustic feel, and I am loving the way it looks. And now this is my entryway table, and I love the way it turned out with everything. This is another area that tends to give me a little bit of issue, but I love my little trick-or-treat pumpkins, and it's just full of pumpkins and one of these creepy trees. And again, everything is from the dollar store, another happy Halloween sign with a witch's hat on it, and I just think everything looks so adorable on here. And now on to my living room, and I have to say, I think my fireplace mantle, I think this room, I think it's my favorite I've ever done. I love my little wooden ghosts and my boo sign, and I just love the way everything turned out and kind of coordinated. My little ghost garland over there on my TV stand. I'm just loving the way this room looks. It looks so cute and a little bit spooky, but not too scary at all. I am just really loving the way everything came together in here. So I hope that you got some inspiration on how you can decorate your home for Halloween this year. Maybe some last minute ideas have popped into your head. And thank you so much for stopping by. And if you enjoyed this video, think about giving it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. I share more things home decor related over there, and you can even get a little bit of a glimpse into my personal life. Come over and say hi. I love to get to know you over there as well. And let me know in the comments below, are you team gore or are you team spooky? Be sure to make a comment down below and let us know what team you are on for Halloween. And until I talk to you in my next video, guys, I hope you have a great week. Bye!